Well, good morning, you faithful few, and welcome to day 7 of Alaskaventurecation. We are currently in Glacier National Park, sailing further up into the park in order to see some glaciers, because it's Glacier National Park. Makes sense. Asked for a to-go cup, but they won't hand out paper cups while we're in Glacier Bay, because apparently some people can't help but throw the paper cups overboard. I told them I'd try not to throw the glass one overboard. It's exactly 8 o'clock in the morning and about 45 degrees. Very misty and cloudy. According to the forecast, there's not supposed to be any rain, but we'll see. The rest of the Rugged Mountain gang is still in the stateroom. I don't think we arrive to the first glacier for another 2 hours, so we're just cruising slow-like into the bay. Thanks for joining us so far, you faithful few. Pretty soon, we'll be giving you some fantastic views of some glaciers. Stay tuned. So there's a rumor that we got a mountain goat out here somewhere. Where it is, I do not know. Maybe higher up the mountain. Well, I don't see him, so I'm just going to video and look for him later. Check it out, you faithful viewer. I'm standing at my favorite spot in the back of the ship. We got some kayakers out there in the middle of the bay. That is it's quite a ways out for paddling. Let me back up a little bit. That's at 3x zoom, and that's at regular zoom. I don't even know if you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 kayakers out there. Crazy. That's the second sea otter I've seen staying out of the way of our big cruise ship. That might be a glacier over there, you faithful few. It's very misty out there today though, so distance viewing is going to be tough. Okay, you faithful few. Screen on the right is our location there in Glacier Bay. So we just came out of Skagway over there, and then we sailed out of Skagway, came down there, all the way down around past Gustavus, and then up into Glacier Bay National Park. And now we are coming up to Margerie Glacier, which I believe is right there. So once we get there, hopefully our spot in the back, when the ship starts rotating, we'll be able to check it out super close. I think our cloud cover is at like 150 feet. I wouldn't be surprised if the top of the boat is actually in the clouds. I'm on deck 7 and there's 15 overall. Oh, starting to see some ice. As all the small ice thingies go floating by, looks like over there like might have been the exit point of a glacier. It looks like a half-sunk cruise ship over there. Say they allow 2 cruise ships in per day. I don't know if that's one of them or not. And over there, we just got a sea otter chilling on the ice. He's having a fantastic day. Watching the ships roll by. I was hoping to catch a bear or something on the shore over there, but not seeing anything through the binoculars. Almost got kind of a misty mountains look. Well, I'm not sure how much, if any, commentary to provide you faithful few. There's really no describing it other than showing it, which is why I'm showing it. So here at the back, I'm happy that the motors have really slowed down quite a bit. Propellers aren't pushing nearly as much, so it's a lot quieter back here. That looks like something that a sea otter should be on. And I can smell someone is definitely smoking a pipe. They say Margerie Glacier is coming up soon, but we won't see it for a little bit because it'll be on our port front side. Of course, we are aft. So the glacier is visible now if we were over on the port side, but I'm going to hold out for my spot. Hopefully get a fantastic view of the glacier out that way when the boat does its spinny spin. They did say there is a lot of ice and they're trying to navigate their way through it. So hopefully we can still get pretty close. Maybe see some calving, you know, have a couple big chunks of ice fall off. But over here there's so many like rivulets of you know, snow melt and stuff coming down and washing out the vegetation, where it's all rocky going up in a couple different spots. Tons of birds too. This is fantastic, you faithful few. You gotta come up here. Our mountain sisters over here, probably doing a time lapse or something. I mean, is it fine sitting there? Probably, but it's a risk versus reward thing. Oh, there it is, you faithful few. An early viewing. I mean, I'm gripping this thing so tight right now. My knuckles are probably turning away. I mean, just this ice field over here is gorgeous. Can't even imagine what this would look like on a sunny day. I wonder if they get any sunny days. There's a good sized chunk of ice passing by on our starboard side. Nice view of the land over there. Still feel like there should be a bear or something hanging out. Well, you faithful few, I just heard that once we get in position, we're going to do a 180-degree turn, which, depending on which way the boat turns, means I may not see it from the aft section. So I've moved slightly over here to port, which is the back left of the ship, to try and get a good view. And there she is. Margerie Glacier. I believe the face of that sucker is around 200 feet. Whew. Yeah, you faithful few, this is something to see. I'm not sure if I heard my commentary person right or not, but I believe this big mound of dirt over here is a glacier as well, or at least somewhere in there is a glacier. It's just a lot dirtier than Margerie Glacier right there. Pristine white and light blue. This one just picked up some extra goo on the way down. The captain has started up the engines and we have begun our trek back out of Glacier Bay. If you never get up here to see it yourself, I'm sorry that this was the only way you got to see it with my videography. Bye-bye, Glacier Bay. Not sure what we're doing. We're checking out shirts. So what are you using your binoculars to view here in the Explorer's Lounge?
Nothing.
Oh, thought I saw you looking through them. You're checking out the Egyptian murals over there. It's pretty cool. Check the mummy to... Mirfs! Always we're looking for mirfs, you faithful few. And there are two Egyptian mirfs. Well, Rugged Mountain Mama and I came down because it was lunchtime. Just thought we'd share our view with you faithful few as we cruise along back out of Glacier Bay National Park. Maybe not the clearest shot through the window with the reflections and goo on the window, but still pretty nice. Apparently that's a VIP section right there for people checking out the views. Since we're not VIP, we'll just stand over here, check them out from this vantage point, unencumbered by the glass. I believe if you wanted to find where we are at this particular moment, that is called Tlingit Point, T-L-I-N-G-I-T, which I believe is the tribal name of some indigenous folks that lived here. We continue sailing south, actually. We are in Glacier Bay still. We are making our way out. Eventually we have to drop off the rangers that boarded once we came into the bay. So Oriander there is our starboard side. Beautiful distant views there. Still very hazy. It rained earlier, but has stopped since. Zoomed into 3x zoom over there. Check out those rivulets of water coming down from the mountain peaks. Still hasn't happened yet, but hoping to catch a whale or something. A little larger than a sea otter, maybe. So one thing for sure I've definitely decided not to do is any kind of expose or content on the ship itself. It's really just too much to show, and it's not like I have great access to everything anyway. There are other videos out there on the Coral Princess you can look up if you're looking for specific info. The one thing I will show though is what a stateroom looks like when the bunks are down, because that was one thing I had trouble finding info on. Well, the land's a little closer on the starboard side, so you know, maybe catch a bear or something. Pretty sure this here is an island, however. Wouldn't it just be kind of fun to hop on a small boat real quick and like head out to that island? Just hop out, walk around a little bit, see what's on it, and jump back on. That'd be fun. I don't know if they offer excursions like that. Probably not. There's too many people would want to do it. Well, you faithful few, pretty sure I did spot a whale or an orca or something. Saw his back come up with the binoculars, but he's gone back under. Apparently, he's a little camera shy to you faithful few. There, it's sticking out a little bit. There it is. You can barely see it. Camera shy orca. Well, you faithful few, when last I left you, I think, we were checking out views in Glacier Bay. Well, we've since made it out to the open ocean, and if you didn't know better, you think we might have sprung a leak.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bow dip down, blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the weatherman come.
This is the pool deck, and of course all the pool water is making its way out of the pool, given how much we're pitching and rolling here in the open ocean.
And swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the towing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Well, Rugged Mountain Mister convinced me to get out of the room where I was taking a nap. I was watching the waves through our window. Convinced me to come out and play some more ping pong today. So up here on the top decks, it definitely, you know, pitches and rolls a lot more than down there on 5, which is where we are. We're up here on deck 15. This definitely adds another dimension or element to playing ping pong. Rugged Mountain Sis, Rugged Mountain Mama, we're also napping in the room. We'll see if they come out eventually. The boat is swaying back and forth because we are in the open ocean. As I mentioned before, the pool's going nuts down there. And the Rocky Mountain siblings are going nuts too, playing ping pong. So there really is no plan for tonight. There's really nothing specific that we're supposed to do. Could try and catch a show or some live music, eat again, of course. But tomorrow will be our last full day here on the ship, and we'll be visiting College Fjord, but we won't get there till 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. At that point, we should get our information on what to do with our luggage, because the next morning we'll begin our tour portion as we come into the port of Whittier, hop on a train, and make our way up into the interior of Alaska to Talkeetna. From there, we take a bus on into the McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge, where we have a 30% chance of actually seeing the summit of Mount McKinley. Hopefully, DMS Adventures will be one of the 30%. By the way, I was right. The amount of footage that we have between Rocky Mountain's sister and I is insane. I think she has the record right now with over 290 clips of video or pictures from one day. I eclipsed that with over 300 if you count both of the cameras, the Pocket 3 and the phone. Like today I primarily used the phone because I wanted the different lenses to get the glacier and stuff, but still have plenty here on the Pocket 3 too. I don't know, today may beat it, we'll see. And here it is, ye faithful few. I'm recording the screen that shows how we are out in the middle of the ocean here. That red dot is Glacier Bay, specifically Margerie Glacier, where we started not too long ago. So we've come out and we are in the Gulf of Alaska right now. So we are making our way up to, you can see Anchorage there. The port that services Anchorage is Whittier, which is right there. So from Anchorage, that train will go up there to Talkeetna, and then from Talkeetna, you can kind of see Mount McKinley. I'm not entirely certain where the lodge is, but it's up there along that gray road right there in the middle. And of course, we end up in Fairbanks, which you can see right there. So we can get all things in right there. You can see where we're at with the blue dot, heading over towards Anchorage, up to Talkeetna, and ending at Fairbanks. That's what we got left. Well, you faithful few. Talking about Mr. and I come down for some late dinner. By the time we got here, Mr. wasn't hungry anymore. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that the boat is pitching like crazy. This is definitely the most movement we've had since being on the ship. And of course, the buffet here is at the front of the ship, so it's even worse. But I think he is going to try some dessert. My faithful few, I did mention that the decks are swaying a lot. Well, they're swaying so much that not only did Mr. feel sick and we had to go back to the room after trying to eat, they actually canceled the show for tonight at 9:30 in the front of the boat. I think it was some acrobatic stuff that was just a little too dangerous under the conditions. So we've come to the back of the boat where it's moving just as much. Some less dangerous activities going on down here. So it's just Rocky Mountain Mom and I out again tonight. I guess we know that the Rocky Mountain siblings should not join the Navy. Okay, well, we're in the Universe Lounge and the cancellations continue. This was supposed to be a tribute to rock. I think maybe some dancing on the dance floor over here, but yeah, so that one's canceled now too. And with as big as this ship is, it's still hard to walk in the rough seas. One of the only things still left going on is some sort of game show called Survey It. I don't know if that's like Family Feud. Survey says. So this will wrap up day 7, you faithful few, of Alaskaventurecation. Gonna head back to the stateroom and let the gentle waves of the ocean rock us to sleep.